Hello, you extraordinary human beings. Thank you for being patient. Today is a great day. I'm going to share my years of experience, my trials and tribulations, what I've had to go through. And like many of you have probably had even worse experiences than me. Maybe the journey's been really more of like a cliffhanger than it has been up and down climbing the Kilimanjaro. I'm using that analogy because it's Africa, I was born in South Africa, but I'm made in America. So I've spent the past couple of years, to kind of be precise, 2.5 years on this self-discovery journey. And I was in a very low place in my life. What it allowed me to do though was, it literally was as if I was given a fresh new start. I was allowed by the master of the universe and everything around me and my universe and different dimensions to let go of the past and almost like have a clean slate. So I literally saw myself where I was living at that time. I will get into it. I was living in I was in a pit on a snowy day with a lion. That's how bad I was. I had no hope. I did not see the light. I was very disconnected from the world and my reality and just my consciousness. I was very confused. I was living in regret, a lot of abandonment, rejection, and guilt. Because I didn't love myself. That really was the problem. That was the problem. That was my presenting issue, was I didn't love myself. And I had this massive fear of failure. Because I thought at the time I had so many failures in my life. It was wrong. I actually had, all of them were just lessons learned. Meaning, the light bulb to give us light, which you see all over the world today. Everywhere you look, every time at night, and even in corporate buildings at home, there's light everywhere, right? The glow. Do you know that he learned 999 ways of not how to make a light bulb? And on the 1,000th try, he nailed it. So what that means is he kept trying and trying and trying until eventually he nailed it. So he didn't really fail. He definitely didn't have a fear of failure, which I had. He was bound for massive success. Well, look at Thomas Edison today. Look what Elon Musk is doing with electric cars and the interlinks and SpaceX and solar. Where I'm going with this is, don't look at the past maybe hiccups or mistakes as failures. Look at them as lessons learned and remind yourself. You've probably made some, big, lessons. How have you learned from them? The important thing is not to repeat them. This course, I'm going to put the link and the description in the box below. I'm going to give you access to what I created from my thousands of hours of being in a place of despair, having to revigorate myself, bring myself back to reality, how I became who I am today, 2.5 years later, from being in the worst place ever in my mind. The reason my reality was bad was because my mind was bad. I had really literally had a crack in my universe. And through the law of attraction, once I realized the secret equation, that was my aha moment. And then in my despair, I even wrote a book about it in my despair, which, by the way, please buy it. That's kind of there's a call to action, but please buy my book, because when you read it, it's like, dude, what were you writing? Well, you gotta remember, I was in a very bad place when I wrote that book, but I was trying to share this revelation, this aha moment that I had while being in the pit on a snowy day with a lion. And then when I look back into my past, I realized, wow, I did that in all these different stages in my life. When I became South African skateboard champion, I used that secret equation. When I got my first Porsche Carrera convertible, was at the age of 26, was because I was using this secret equation. When I came to Hollywood, I used this method, this manifestation method, I call the secret equation, because it really was always there. I just didn't see it. It wasn't transparent in my eyesight, in my consciousness. It was in my subconscious, like castle, in my infinite intelligence. just my conscious was only 10% of what was really working. And I'll share in the links below the theory of the mind, which is going to really show you how the brain works, how that supercomputer, you literally know everything, by the way. You know everything. Here's what you have to do. Just figure it out. Nothing is impossible, because then you would say, well, we can't go to Mars. We can't fly in the sky. We can't surf waves. All of these things were impossible things at one point in history. We are an extension of the creator of the universe. So if we're an extension of this master of the universe, of the metaverse, okay, that means we're co-creators. That means that we can, in a sense, in reality, this reality, which sometimes is not the best, but anyway, it's the best hand we have right now. We're able to manifest, especially anything physical. If it's an emotion, that's very hard to manifest, because it has happened. I met my wife one day. She was the most divine thing I'd ever seen, and I wanted her. But it took 2 years in order for us to connect, for her to be my wife. Actually, it took more than that. It took like 2.5 years, 3 years. However, I'd spent 2 years praying, believing, so that I could receive her as my wife. And it eventually became a reality. That's just one aspect of how amazing manifestation is. That's about emotions. Emotions are very hard to attract because it's an energy. It's not matter. It's not this cup. It's not a car or a dream home. That's easy to manifest. Very, very easy. The hard thing is manifesting emotions. Like, yes, you will have the perfect dream husband or dream partner. Absolutely, you'll have that, or dream wife. But it's very intensified, and it does work. It's easier to manifest matter. So what I mean by that is, the gut, the heart, and the brain are 3 separate entities. The gut, you get that gut feeling. That's like that's the spiritual force of you. Okay, there's this kind of crown around you. The heart, it's its own brain. It controls itself. It beats by itself. It does its own thing. The brain, in a sense, controls everything, but really, it doesn't, because it controls the body, but not all of it. Okay, I don't want to go too deep there. What I'm trying to show you right now is, when you visualize or imagine something, and if some of you that say, oh, well, I don't know how to visualize or imagine, well, think of it this way. Wherever you're sitting right now, okay, if you're in front of a desk, I'm in front of a desk, well, you can see the desk, right? Go ahead and put your hand on the desk. Now you can touch the desk, you can feel the desk. Now, if you close your eyes, you can sense that your hands touch the desk. You can, in a sense, feel it, see it, become it. That's visualization. So it started here, and I saw it here. I felt it here. So that's how manifestation works. When you see it in the mind, and you feel its emotion in the heart, and when they connect, okay, over there, that's when manifestation happens. That's when the magic happens. Right there. That's how you create matter. Energy becomes matter, becomes reality. So you want that dream home? What you do is, you take what you believe in, and I have a whole vision board that goes with me everywhere. Everywhere. This goes with me everywhere. Okay? Every time I see it, I smile. I just smile, because every time I see it, I smile. I've programmed myself to smile every time I see it. Okay? It's easy to manifest something that's matter based, like a car, a bicycle, a dream home, a dream boat, mega yacht. See yourself skateboarding on around, whatever it may be. That's a physical thing. That's physical. Okay, that's physical. That's easy to manifest that. What I'm really trying to do in this session is lay the foundation of where we're gonna go on this journey, and it's so simple. It's not rocket science. It is not rocket science. What it is when you can see it in your mind, okay? And you can feel it. You got the emotion that I'm gonna have that. When those two connect, okay, boom, that's when it happens. Right there, right there. When the two energies join and become one, become a unit, that's when manifestation happens. So sometimes it happens in days, months, years. Okay, my marriage took 2 years. My dream Porsche Carrera car at the time, I forget, I was in my early 20s, but at the age of 25 I wanted to have a Porsche Carrera convertible driving down Sunset Boulevard in Hollywood. And I turned 25. I didn't have my Porsche yet. By the way, it was champagne gold. I turned 26 and I prayed and I said to the Master Universe, hey, where's my Porsche Carrera? Sorry, I was 25 and I said to him, I said, listen, I'm 25 now. Where's my Porsche Carrera? I mean, you know, it's like, I thought I was going to get my Porsche Carrera. And he said to me, I already gave you a gift. And I was looking around like, where's my Porsche, you know? And he said to me, your children. I was like, oh, okay, God, I get it. I love that, God. Like, listen, my kids are legends. They're epic. They're prolific. But I want my Porsche Carrera. I turned 26 and I got that Porsche Carrera. It was amazing. How I got it is it's such an amazing story that it's almost like hard to believe. But here I am driving down Sunset Boulevard in my Porsche Carrera convertible, 911. The aha moment, the feelings, the emotions, the joy that thrummed beneath my skin was so magnificent. I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it today. I'm still like in awe because I remember that moment. I created it. I co-created it. Wow, sorry. All these flashbacks, all this reinforcement just hit me up so hard right now. That's reality. I created that.